Hello, today we'll be making a character talk with Rhubarb lip sync and Tahoma 2D. So let's get right into it. First, let us make a new layer. And we want to import a character. You can just make your own character on the spot right now. Or you can go and make a character before and then import it. I've already made a character before. If you want to create your own character, I have a video on that, so check it out. And I'm going to drag it inside Tahoma 2D also I can see that copy. And I'm going to just release. I'm going to press import when this pop-up comes up. And now we have this guy. So we can start making this guy talk. That is our main purpose. So we're going to make a new layer on top of him, new vector level, and we're going to press OK. So I'm going to go to the geometry tool and I'll make my shape multi-arc. Now I want this to be the color of his skin, so I will press R so I can pick it. You can see that this has changed over here. So now I can go back to the geometry tool. You can just press it on the sidebar. You can press G, and I'm going to click it, and then I'm just going to make it all around. The reason why you can't really see it is because it's the same color as the skin, but that red line is guiding me. So I can just snap it in. So now I can go to my fill tool and then just press in that area. So now he doesn't have a mouth anymore, so that we can get to lip syncing. Let us make a new layer on top of this layer we have just created. New vector level. And we are going to have to set up Rhubarb lip sync. So go to a Chrome of your choice and then go to this link. You can copy it from this screen or you can type it. Once you have gone here, you can choose the link for your operating system. So if I wanted to download this now, I would pick Windows. Now once you've clicked on that, you should see a download. Go to your downloads folder and then unzip it from its file. Unzip the Rhubarb lip sync from its file. Once you have unzipped the Rhubarb lip sync, go inside and then just copy this folder over here. Copy it. And then you can go to your local disk C over here. And you can just paste it in a new folder called Rhubarb. Once you have done that, you can go to Tahoma 2D, go to File, and then go to Preferences. Once you are in Preferences, go to Third-Party Apps, and then you can either just type in the roots of where you have pasted it, or you can browse it and then pick it. Once you have done that, we can start lip syncing. So I'm going to go back to my geometry tool and I'm going to press Alt L. Once I have pressed Alt L, I will see the drawings necessary for this lip sync. These are all the vowels or all the poses of the mouth when you are talking. Now I can see our first pose is the A drawing, so let us get right to that. Now, since I don't want to be doing this for my head, I can go to Chrome and then just look for shapes of mouth, lip sync. Now I have picked this image that I would like to use, and I can basically just use this as a reference. So I can see the way A is like. So I'm going to go to Tahoma 2D, and then I'm going to be, I want it to be this color over here. So remember, I press R to pick this color. Now that we're all set, let us start making the mouth shapes. So the A is like an open mouth, so I'm gonna make that. Now I can press M to move it in the way I need to. And if M isn't working, I can press C for more options. And I can just move it inside by dragging the points. Go back to your geometry tool and let us look at our reference again. I can see that the teeth are out and there's a little tongue at the back. So I can add the teeth. Make sure they look fun. I've just realized that there are some problems with the mouth. So I press C again and I move it inside with the points. And I move it to my liking. Now I have realized that it's too big, so I'm going to go to my selection tool over here, this mouse, and I'm going to hold and then I'm going to drag over it. And then you see these points over here. I'm going to press shift while I'm dragging these points so that it doesn't deform. So now it is the appropriate size. Let us look at our reference. We can see that there are bottom teeth and a tongue. So I'm going to draw the bottom teeth in a way that is interesting. And I'm going to draw the tongue. Now we can get to filling in this. So you see this place over here. We have already picked the color we need for the back of the mouth. So I'm going to go to my fill tool and I'm going to press on the empty space. So now we want the teeth to be white and the tongue to be pink. So I am going to press this plus button over here. And I'm going to move the slider to my satisfaction. And now I can fill in the tongue. Now we want the teeth to be white. So I'm going to press plus again. And I'm going to move it just white. And now we can fill in the rest. So now that we have our A pose, the next pose to look at, I press Alt L again. And I see that the E drawing is our next pose. So let us look at our reference again. E. You can see it's basically the same as the A, but a bit curved down. So I'm going to copy it. Use the selection tool to select everything, or just press Ctrl A, then copy it, Ctrl C, and then paste it once I have gone to another frame on my timeline. Now we can use M to deform it a bit, and we can use the selection tools to move it down. And we can move the tongue to our liking. We can move the teeth to our liking. Yes. So we have our two poses. The A and the E, they are not much different from each other. Now, we can go to our next frame, Control A, this, Control C it, go to our next frame, and then Control V it. And we can just delete it. So what is our next drawing now? It is the O drawing. So the O drawing should be simple. We can see that there is a little bit of teeth showing and a little bit of tongue showing. So let us do that. I'm going to switch my geometry tool to ellipse. I'm going to move it to my size. I'm going to switch it back to multi-arc, and I'm going to shape the teeth. And make them look fun. M to deform it in the way I need to. And we need a little bit of tongue showing. So while I'm still in multi-arc, I'll just build it. Now we can fill it with the colors we have already used. We have our O pose done. What is our next pose? Our next pose is the U pose. So let us look at our reference. And we can see that it's a bit like this. So I'm going to copy the O drawing, Control C it, paste it on a new frame. Then I'm going to make it a bit wide. And there is no tongue showing in this, so I'm just going to delete the tongue, and I'm going to move the teeth down so they can better fit what we are going for. And I'm going to use the geometry tool to make the bottom teeth. It is looking good now. This is looking very good. Isn't this looking good? So now we look at our next pose. It is the FV drawing. This one we won't really need to look at our reference, but we're still going to. You can see that the teeth is showing a bit and it's like biting the lip. So we are going to go back to our geometry tool, and then we're just going to go on a new frame, and then we're going to make the next mouth pose. The teeth biting the lip. I'm just going to move it up a little bit. So now we can then fill in the teeth with white. what is our next pose? Alt L again, and look, it's our L drawing. So I'm just going to go back to our reference and see and look at this. So I'm just going to copy the A drawing because that's what suits it best. Copy it and then paste it on the 6th frame. Now we can press M and we can deform the teeth to what we need. We can delete the tongue for now, and then we can deform the teeth to what we need. Make sure the teeth aren't too big. And we can fill in the mouth. It appears that the mouth is too big, so I'm going to make the tongue a bit smaller, and then I'm going to fill it in with pink. So now we have done L. So what is our next pose? Alt L, and it's the MBP drawing. Now we can just copy our F drawing, Ctrl C it, and then paste it on the 7th frame. We can delete the teeth, these markings, and then we can just make it a bit small and move it up. So now, what is our next drawing? Our next drawing is WQ. So let us look at our reference. You can see that WQ is a little like O, just a bit better. Now we go to our O drawing, copy it, then paste it on the 8th frame, move it to the center, and then we can just delete the tongue and the mouth, tongue and the teeth. So now what is our next drawing? It is the CDGKNRSTH and YZ drawing. So let us look at what it is for that. It is this drawing. So we can copy this L drawing, Ctrl C it, and then paste it, and then we can move the tongue a little to the side so that it can be a bit wider. And then we can move it to size, and we can make it a bit stretched like this. Now our last pose, I know it is the rest pose, so let us look at it. So I'm going to copy the MBP drawing, Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it on the 10th frame, make it a bit wide, rotate it, and then move it to the right spot. So now we have had all our mouth poses. It's time to get to the lip syncing. So to do lip syncing, we need audio. I already have it installed, so I'm going to go to my downloads and look for my audio. Good. Now I can just hold it and I can just drag it in, just as we drag this character in, and I can just paste it and press import, apply. So now you will see this new level that is here. So to do the actual lip syncing, we have to press Alt L on the level that has the mouth shapes, Alt L, and make sure your audio source is column 4. If you are not sure, you can just hear this.
My name is Caleb.
Yes, it is good. Now, once we have made it to be accurate to what we need, you can press apply. Now we can see that it is done. So let us see how that looks.
My name is Caleb. I am an animator, illustrator, and graphic artist. I am the lead animator at a
You can see how good that looks. So we have been able to make this character talk. Thank you. Here is the final results.
My name is Caleb. I am an animator, illustrator, and graphic artist. I am the lead animator at Amadala Studios. I specialize in digital arts, animation, illustration, and content creation for businesses and individuals. If you have a creative gig in any of these spaces, call me up. I will do a good job for you.
I believe you had fun drawing with me. Because of what we have created, you can make your own character talk and say whatever you want him to say. If you had fun with me, please consider giving a like and a subscribe to get more notifications or more content like this.